Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Marina Baiduk, and I'm the President and Executive Director of United Help Ukraine. United Help Ukraine is a nonprofit organization. We've been helping Ukrainian people since 2014. We just celebrated our 10th anniversary in 2024, and we continue to support several initiatives on the ground in Ukraine, including medical aid, tactical medicine, and aid to Ukrainian defenders. We also are doing quite a bit of humanitarian projects and are interested now in expanding our initiatives into more sustainable, long-term projects that will also sustain the war. And we're hoping when the war is over, those projects will go well into the future and help Ukrainian people rebuild their country. We know also that in the past several days, we're all anxiously watching the new administration, and there are a couple of halts, and actually there is one big pause in funding for humanitarian assistance programs for all foreign countries, including Ukraine. We know that's going to have an impact on the ground, and our organization is doing everything to assess that impact, and we're hoping to really even amplify our efforts, and we're hoping to continue to support even on a higher level, continue to support Ukrainian people during this gap of funding. And I'm hoping that supporters and sponsors who are here today will be part of this, part of those efforts, helping us to continue our programs on the ground. And we anticipate that a lot of Ukrainian people might actually move from those for this 3 months of or 90 days of halt in funding. A lot of people still, this 3 months, as you may know, it's not just something that you can stop if you have a mental crisis. You need someone to talk to, you need a professional, or you have some traumas and rehabilitation that were funded before through US aid initiatives. You can't stop and then wait for 3 months. There are so many programs that need to continue, and we as an organization will try our best to support as many people as we can. So that's just a few words about us. And again, I see Q&A here. If already when I donate, how do I know where the greatest need is? Great question. For us as an organization, we have priorities. And since I already started talking about United Help Ukraine, we as an organization have our priorities, and people who donate can specify which areas they want to donate to. If you go to our website, unitedhelpukraine.org, you can see our programs and where the greatest need is. One of the projects that we are expanding is mental health initiative. We were part of the consortium that was applying for a large grant that now is halted. So to know that, for you to know and understand that one of the initiatives that will run from now to, of course, many years forward is mental health support of Ukrainian people. And I'm sure you all know that it is for veterans, for families, and for children who have some post-war trauma or some traumatic experiences during the war. We continue to build on this. We expand some of those rehabilitation efforts. And as you just asked, what would be the greatest need and priority? It's one of them, of course, after the priority of helping people survive this war. It's still for us number one to support those on the battlefield with life-saving medical kits, medical supplies, and training. So that's initiative number one. We're trying to save lives, and also we're trying to save lives and help people by providing rehabilitation services, both physical and mental. And you can learn more, and I see in the chat that we have our websites posted, so please visit. You can learn more, and we also provide updates per project, per initiative, that is constantly renewed. So please take a look. And again, when you donate, you can specify for which program you want to contribute. So thank you. That's a great question. So that's just a few words about us, Unite Help Ukraine, and it is my great pleasure to introduce Alex Beletsky, today's speaker. Alex is a former Olympian. He's also a founder and CEO of Bereg-Pivden, and this is a initiative, I believe, in it's a business initiative, but we'll talk more about it. So many questions that I have for Alex, and it will be great to hear about this company, this organization. But also, Alex has been a dedicated advocate for Ukrainian entrepreneurs. And after his journey as a competitive figure skater, after leading the successful medal trading company, Bereg-Pivden, so he also established an organization called Board New York. And we'll be happy to talk about it as well. So there are so many components of Alex's biography that are so remarkable that I'm sure you all will have questions for Alex. And besides that, I mean, he's currently leading the Board New York, and he connects, as I said previously, Ukrainian business leaders across the US. And so this is a great initiative that fosters collaboration and growth. And outside what I just mentioned, and it already has so many interesting points of his career that we want to discuss. But Alex also is an ultra runner, and he competed in major marathons and a 100-kilometer race, which is that's quite interesting. So as you can see, his experiences are quite diverse and very inspiring. So we're happy to have you here, Alex, and I'm happy to say that Alex was part of our gala in New York. And part of the auction items that Alex provided was actually a figure skating lesson. Someone won it for a couple of thousands of dollars, 5,000, something like this. So this is a great initiative, and I'm going to follow up on this and see if those people actually showed up and how that lesson went. So Alex, welcome. Yeah. It's a pleasure to have you here. And again, please don't hesitate to put your questions in the chat. I'll be happy to monitor, and Alex will be happy to provide answers to your questions. Sure. This is more informal dialogue. This is not your formal webinar where we have presentation. Consider it a conversation by the fire with two friends just chatting about life. So Alex, my first question to you and to your remarkable career, first as Olympian, tell us a little bit about that part of your life when you were growing up, and how was it? I believe it was back in Soviet Union where you were growing up, and taking lessons and starting your career as an athlete. How was your experience then? And from that experience, when you now coach, and when you have people who you train, how do you tell them, compared to that experience back in the day, what is different here in the US?
Marina, thank you very much, first of all, for inviting me for your meeting. It was a very pleasure to be at the part of your gala a couple of months ago. I was really proud to be in there, and was happy that my lesson was support to help the Ukraine. Going back to my background. So yes, I'm born in Odessa. I started to skate because that was of the doctor's suggestion, actually. So it's not just my story, but believe it or not, so this happens like probably oftenly. So I've been like the kids who's been sick with the lung and have some trouble with the cough all the time. And I was like 3-4 years old, and my mom was like a very, very difficult to stay at home with me all the time. She need to go to job, and she's go to talk with the doctor. It's like we go to the same doctor all the time, and he suggests, listen, he needs a winter sport, but in Odessa only one winter sport. This is a figure skating, and that was quite good choice for me because our school on this time was growing and becoming more powerful and powerful because we have so many talented kids in Odessa. And this is how I start. So that was a suggestion of the doctor, who's showed me showed me the way to how I'm gonna grow. So, and this is how I start. And step by step, I did my skating and was not so. I had like a lot of like the good famous coaches. Galina Zmeyevskaya, one of those, who's make the name, I guess, for the our school, and Valentin Nikolaev. They have the second coach. They like coach together. So their results was the Oksana Bayul, the first Olympian, first actual Ukrainian Olympian. She got a gold medal at the 1994. If I still remember, yes, 1994, and I've been like I've been on the part of those team who's like preparing to be young talents. So I've been all the time like on the, how I call this, like a second time. So we share the ice together. So Oksana skate, like we have like a 2 hours of ice. Oksana skated 1 hour 15 minutes, and then we come. The hours group is coming, so we skate like the last like 1 hour. So it's been like on the same ice a little bit time. So that was very memorable time for me because the Galina Zmeyevskaya and Valentin Nikolaev, they are very, very famous coaches all around the world. They did a lot of talented skaters, even those who then go, I mean, like in a different type. So they one of those who build up the why I said like the brand of Odessa figure skating school, because I don't know, as soon as being like very close to one of our director who's been on this time. He's been like a 25 years, I think, the director of the Odessa figure skating school. And he shared me this story. So Alex believed in us. I wasn't believing this. He said like it was the Odessa school was built up like up to 28 Olympians during this career. And he said like, you know what? Do you know any other club in the world who could build up that kind of numbers of Olympian? And try to figure out. No, even in the Soviet Union, no one, even the past Soviet Union capitals, where they not cannot build up so many Olympians on one place. And that was the brand of the school on the years ago. So same as me, I'm one of those who is participating in the Olympic Games. And that was 27 others of me. So this is what it is. Of course, that was a difficult time in the past. We have a lot of trouble in Odessa. That was the period when the big ice we call the Olympic size ice in Dvorets Sporta. That was the name, the place where we are used to practicing and prepare the program for the good competitive international level. So that was closed from 94, 95 until reopened like 2015, I guess. So one of the businessmen has invested the money on this, and he rebuilt the school. So that was again the opening ceremony of some of the athletes coming to skate, and they opened this ice rink. It's even Ruslan Goncharov, who's been the third at the Olympic Games. I can't remember what the 2000, but he was with Yelena Grushina. They get the bronze for Ukraine for that was right like 2024 and 2008 probably. So they got that place. So he's been there on the part of the opening ceremony for the school. So the school, I'm pretty proud of this. So that it's still working now. We still have some connections with the coaches. Sometimes we used to go and help them. on the different types of it. So this is what it is. I finished my sports career 2005. My best results was at number 9 at the Europeans and the number 13th at the World Championship. Actually, in Washington, D.C., I got my best results, 2003, I guess. And after that, so I used to live and practicing here in the United States with the famous Soviet Union coaches, Natalia Linchuk, Gennady Karponosov. And then after they finished my sports career, I'm staying here for a couple of years to be a coach, and then go back to Ukraine. And I continue to running my family business. My father used to have the metal training company. So I come and we build up a little bit like different, so make the companies a little bigger, and I open another direction, so the metal construction. So this is what I did. I make the initiative to buy the heavy equipment to cut the metal, and I don't just want to tell about the details because I got too many.
So just a quick question. So before we move to metal trading company, which is like, and this is so fascinating. You're moving from being Olympian and figure skater, a professional figure skater, world championship, Olympics, coaching, and then moving to continue your father's business and establishing. I believe you established Pivden, Bereg-Pivden company.
Yeah, I opened this company. Yes, it was initiated to open up this company. Yes, and then
before we move to that part, I was curious, when you were coaching here in the US, right? So you said you coached here for a year or two, several years.
3 years for 3 years. Yes, near the Philadelphia area.
So how was it? What did you bring from you? And then you like, this is fascinating that you were skating on the same ring as Oksana Bayul and others, and you were coached by one of some of the most famous and prestigious coaches in Ukraine at that time. What did you bring from what were the words of wisdom that you got from them that you brought to ice while you were coaching here in the US? Or anything that you did differently, for example, because we know Soviet school was pretty tough on the students, on athletes. Here we know that it's also tough, but sometimes there's a different approach and different mentality in coaching children who are aspired to be future athletes. We're just curious that how was it different, and was there adjustment for you to get to this mentality? But you said you were training here in the US previously, so you probably had that experience already.
So I was I've been like so the Valentin Nikolaev, he was one of the more, from my opinion, he's a person who's like really like to discover the things, and he's used to have like the education, like physical education, so math and physics, and he used this math and physics formulas to use to build up the jumps, and this is what it is. So this is biomechanics and the physics. So all the jumps, what we see, looks like very effortless, but this is a combination of the power and some like in the muscles, the strongest, and but still anyway. So you could put that like on the physics formula and understand why that did 3 revolutions or 2 revolutions, for example. So he is give us a lot of the things about discovering the body. So you have to understand the body, yes, to manage your body, and some details about the physics. Well, that was very, very interesting. Each lesson with him was like open mouth, like this. And all the time you stay like, oh wow, that's so cool. So and you're just like, oh my gosh, how deep he has, how many knowledge he has. So every time you come, it's something new. Next time you come like for seminars for something like this, how he's just, again, like he's all the time, every session with him is like a burning brain. That's with Valentin. Galina Yakovlevna Zmievska, she was a very good motivated coach. No, how was it saying that? Like the Soviet Union, the school, it was like more like a кнут і пряник. Так? Щось таке. Тобто, це вона була, she was like a whip, yeah, more like whip person. And a little less with a пряник. Yeah, but this strategy not really working here. So you have to be like a little bit like fly more. And I used to have another coach from Great Britain who's changed my mind actually, the Gary Hopper. He's a famous now referee. He used to be on the referee for the Olympic Games as well. And he's turned my mind a little bit also about the figure skating, but already on the discipline ice dance, because Galina Yakovlevna and Valentin Nikolai, they used the single skating, and I competed the Olympic as an ice dancer. So I used to have after school in Odessa. So in ice dance, who's teach me like Natalia Linichuk and Gennady Kokhunovsov. So I was already here in the United States. But the Gary Hopper. So this is a guy who's really like convert my mind for ice dance, and he showed me how it could possible to work here in the United States, because he's from Great Britain, and a similar ideology, similar mentality, and he's more about the motivation and the hugging. So after the hard exercises, he all the time go come and they hug us, and that was so strange for me, because in the Soviet Union you don't feel that at all, any warmth from the coach, and he's all the time, oh my gosh, you did such a good job, I'm so proud of you guys. He also barely cry, sometimes when we did the kind of like a good some like the good program, like hard work, and I'm a bit very strong if you're not doing this in the same time. So how he just like discovered this? Hey, I could tell you that. So was he kicked me out of the ice one time. Can you tell this story?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We want to hear.
Am I allowed to
all
tell
the juicy stories, Alex? Like the juicier the better for our people here. That's
okay.
right.
Just okay. If you promise, if you're not gonna tell anybody, okay, I can.
No, we're
tell
gonna
you.
delete this part from the conversation, so no one can see it.
Okay, yeah. So that was the problem. So we need to have the run through program, and he did it not just run through like your typical one. He did the extra, like 30 seconds extra. I said, okay, why are we supposed to do this? He said, because you want to be a strong and you build up strongest. Okay, I said, I agree with this first time, but after the run through was like more difficult part. He said, that was a great job. Hey, guys, da. I said, okay, guys, let's go do it again. I said, what? Again, we just did it. We need to make less. You want to ask us to make a big? We did big, and you you want to say that, do it again? He said, yes, because you want to be stronger. I said, okay, so we go do this. And after that, he said, like, let's hear again, hug us. He just like a cheer us. He did a good job, guys. I'm so proud of you. We like breathing out. I'm already happy in my side. Like we go almost, I just feel that I'm almost over the practice. He said, okay, guys, do it again. Said, oh, what? My leg don't want to do this again. He said, okay, be strong, positive mind. Let's go do it. So you can do it. So just bend your knee, go up and down. So don't thinking about this, you're going to tie. Don't thinking about this, thinking about that, how you're going to be good at the end. So I started to skate the program, but I really like cheat myself in the head. I was not strong mentally, just was not strong mentally. And I'm stopped. And he kicked me. I don't want to listen what he told me, but he's yelling out from the whole ice rink. He's like yelling, get out. He's just like really like, I was a little pissed off, but I was like really angry on myself. I get out from the ice and I go back, and he said, no, go out. I stayed and asked him, go, I want to do this, whatever you want to say to me. Just let me skate. I just want to finish because I'm just realizing, this is just the mental things. Okay, after like 15 minutes, I'm staying and asking him. He said, "Okay,
Begging him, I'm begging him go back
let's
to
go do it. Let's go do this. The strongest part, like not regular run through plus extra. Go do it again." Oh my God! And I did it. And after this, he said, "Okay, now you make yourself stronger. Okay, just do regular run through again." So we did it 4 times because we have to in the competition you have to skate only 1 time, but we did it 4 times in the 60 minutes. So this is how we will build up our strongest. Yes, this is what it is. I feel like really good. I feel myself very self-confident in the competition because of that kind of training.
Yeah.
So,
Alex, there's actually a great question here. I'm going to interrupt you real quick because I think this is a great question right here because it relates to our transition to business experience. And the question is, from Vasil Hochla, the question, sorry, when you translate your experience as an athlete into business, what does it take to reach the momentum? Would you say that most people quit 50% of the way? Like you just quit the ice 50% before, right? Of the way towards the momentum, or what percentage is a make or break point from your experience? I think it's probably a question that relates both to your career as a figure skater, but also as then later in business, opening your own metal trading company or expanding your father's company.
So, okay. So this is a few. I think if you like look at the background for all these sportsmen, some of them like a high level athletes who's like go on the peak and do like get the medals like very fast, and after that, so they're not famous anymore, so they like almost not do nothing. So I mean, like nobody. Some of them like lose money, lose everything, because they cannot to go up. So they were so talented, and the time bring them up to the peak like very fast, and they're not really used to like make some hard works, consistent works, but they're just up because of the talent on the top, and then after this they just go down and like didn't have anything. So I was not such a talented person. I need to be like really do some like hard job and consistently repetition, and this is becoming the part of my life, I think. So the repetitions I'm consistently can do this and this and this and this and this. I can do the routine job and do, and at the end it is give the results. So this is what it is. It's like drop by drop, like the knife is sharpness. Да? Вода камень точит. So that's kind of the same. So consistent things, repetitions is a help you build up the results. So this is my feeling. This is what I get from the sport, and how I put this to the business kind of.
Yeah. So I think this is a great kind of a transition to talk about then after your career as a figure skater and then the coach, you went back to Odessa to pick up where your father left the company, right? So this is a metal trading company. And then tell us a bit more about your experience with this expanding. From what I understood, that you just said that you actually took your father's company and expanded it, and you were a founder or co-founder of Pivden.
Yeah.
So how was that experience in Odessa? And that was in early 2000 or a little later? What was the time frame there?
2009.
2009.
Yep.
So how was it to and that was before the war started. So how was it to lead the business in Odessa in 2009?
So that was the economics was down. I was relocated from United States. You can do this like in one day, so you have to prepare. And as soon as I start the process, I mean, like before the 2009, 2008, the businesses show very good results. He did the like really like this like much more amount of money than I do as a coach. His business is a giver. So, and this has given to me kind of like a vision that is going to be the way for me. So I go. The first one, he's asked me like to help because he's like, okay, I'm going to be retired soon, so somebody need to hold this, and this is the a kind of a personal, not really big company, but anyway, some amount of the equipment, and it's not going to cost what I pay for that. So it's somebody better to continue instead of just to sell for someone. And I'm just all the time like thinking about it. How about this and this? Okay, I'll go. And everything was in Ukraine. Let's go up on this time. And after Yushchenko time, when the Yushchenko time was like really grow, everything was a lot of investments project there, and really feels that the economics and the country is reconstructed. So this is a good opportunity to be when everything is growing. But when I go, 2009 was everything is go down. From my decision to go and for my real relocations take like 6 months, and this is like everything go down. So from down to up, we still go and do what we have to do. So the company is becoming the bigger. So we open up another chapter, and then we get our own what to say that sclap, the warehouse. Yep. Yeah, and then we pick up, and then I bought some like heavy equipment to cut the metal and deformate it, and this is how it starts. So maybe the figure scanning is one of part of my life. The another thing is I was good. I always was good with the maths, and it's still some calculating in my head all the time. So even in the school, I've been thinking about some business, and I follow my father like most of the time, and he shares with me sometimes his ideas, and I said, okay, so this is cool. So maybe, and I've been like around, so I've been trying to help him somewhere in his projects sometimes. So this is why it was not really like not really far away from me, the business. I mean, business side. Even though I'm staying here for living for 5 years, then almost 9 years. But I'm been in and out to Odessa, not often, but like once, twice a year. And we used to have a conversation and a communication. We're still like maybe like talking about the business as well. So this is what it is, and I understand that we need to be like stronger in our region, and to make the producing the metal construction. This is not just the trading; it's make our business is more stronger. So we offer not just the trade the metal, we also it's called like первична обробка металу. Тобто це the first. This is like okay. So they help us to have more clients and build up the more value for the business. Okay, make profit, bigger profit.
Right. And then so Vasil actually asked another question that probably like since we're talking about business, how you mentally prepare for those high stakes performances, right? When you're at the championship or Olympics, and how those mental preparations are translated into business world, where you also have to be resilient in this high pressure decision making, because oftentimes you also make this decision on the spot, and you need to be mentally prepared for it. So was it helpful for you, that your previous experience, or you build on that? So just comment on this question from Vasil, if you can.
Yeah, sure. So the business is sometimes you have to have like to make some decisions. So you can do this with the cold hat. Yes. So you cannot be like involved in some situations. You have to see the situation from a little bit from the outside. So in my performances, you also have to do this with a cold hat. You can skate with a warm heart and a cold hat. There's a suggestion was from this Gary Hopper, from my Great British the mentor. I can say the coach mentor, and that's the thing. So the same here in the business. So you have to do what you have to do and be like with a cold hat and do some stuff. Sometimes it's help you to do some things that consistently. In other cases, it could help you with some part of the conversation, negotiation with somebody. So to find out solution. Do not put the your emotion up. Yeah, like you just have to be like down and do what you have to do. So that was helpful.
And then, so from the metal trading company, what was your career next? So did you return back to the US? Well, you're here, so obviously you did. When did that happen? And is that your company still operating? What's happening with this?
Yes.
Your transition to your next career stage.
Yeah. So yeah. So that happens. So that's the business is not really have can't generate any like profit for now. It's still the company is still operating by me, so I have a conversation every morning with my employees. It's a very tough situation now, like really tough situation. It's not so many like training things happens. I still have some construction orders. Still have this, not much, not enough like it was. Like in my company like was like up to 55 people. Now it's like 20 people working. At least I can hold that's the minimum numbers of the people to make to pay them. And there it was actually a different way how the people is a so some of them relocated, some of them go to the army. So the few of my guys is somewhere in the front line. Yeah, and that's like happens. So that's from the big numbers, or we come from the small, and I don't have also the job. So it's like kind of like the try to keep hold them, try to and try to як я сказати, сохранити робочі місця.
Trying to save the jobs, keeping workforce where they are and making sure they have a job. And in situation in Ukraine, we see it all the time that so many companies are either going out of business or, of course, the number of people is dramatic. In your case, is 50% reduction in workforce. That's huge.
Yes, and you know what I want to also to add that's I can pay, for example, the good amount of the pay stubs for my job for my workers for now. But what I'm understanding what they understand. So if you're gonna hold each other, if you're gonna help each other on that kind of situation, we could survive. And also they understand this. I understand this. I appreciate for that they go and do job for me. So and they appreciate that they stay. They understand that I don't have any profit. So but they go and do their job. So I pay some for them for the time. But I mean, like for the good time. So it's not going to work. But they understand. They understand my situation, and then they help me. I help them. So we just like really like good in touch like about this. So
yeah, and then so now, so now you're here in the US, your company is still operating, so you're still supporting your people, your workers in Bereg-Pivden. And then when you moved to, I believe you live in Brooklyn, New York, right? Or in New York area somewhere?
I'm staying in New York. I'm in New Jersey, close to New York.
Yeah, in New Jersey. So basically in New York City area, metro area. And Tell us a little more about your organization that you started. And I think this is a great example of how we know, for example, United Help Ukraine is also a member of US-Ukraine Business Council. That's another organization that was founded back in 80s to support US businesses who are interested in investing and doing business with Ukraine. Tell us more about the board organization that you started as a founder, and what is it that you have, what was your vision, and then what it has become since the beginning, since the moment when you founded?
Yeah. So the first of all, at the board, this is the Ukrainian international business community. The board is a start 6 years ago from Kiev by 3 founders. Andrei
That was
Dligach.
before the full-scale invasion started, right? So back in 2000.
Yes, yes, 2000, like 6 years ago, 2018, and in Irina Bereshova. So this is the 3 founders, and this community started growing from Kiev to the big cities in Ukraine, and they become to Odessa. And I've been a part of this community up to a little more than less than 2 years, up to 2 years, and I feel very good with that community because they have a values, and this values які я також розділяю. Тобто вони
share those values.
Yeah, so so I shared the same values, and it was like really surprised when I just like first time come for this meeting. You know, the mentality of the Ukrainian people and American people is different a bit. So the people here is more open and could be like the cold inside, but Ukrainian is a little cold but warm inside. So this is what I feel. This is what I kind of feel to open for myself here. And when I call to the board for the first meeting, I see the people like shaking their hand and a smile. And they're like so open. I said, oh my gosh, am I in America? No. Like, I mean, like, I'm back to America. I used to really feel that like the people here is open. They smile. There's nothing cost to them, you know, like to have to make a smile. That's so, but this is make you like you get up in mood a little bit. And I think this is a good thing. So the people shaking their hands, they smile, and I'm being like, oh my gosh, it's like feel myself like really like in a good system, in a good circle. And I was surprised that they start to share their opinions and they share their ideas, and it was for free. And that was also so open, like instead of them, they all, so many hours Ukrainian такі, є такі пословиці, да, там, okay, I don't want to stop this, but really feel the good. So to be part of this, like in United States, we have the good quality people. So being around the good quality people, and the people who's good around the few, so make you good as well. So the circle is make you better, and this is what happens with me. So my personal life is becoming better. The business is also becoming better. We easy could make good some like a partnership, and you like the mentor could be help you, and you can find the clients in the community, and from different fields. You know, you need if I work with like metal construction, okay, I do the profit. I need to buy some like house. We have a guy who's a realtor, for example. So you need to go to something to check with your house. We have a guy who is on the laboratory, so you can make some checks there. So there's some clinics owners, the restaurant owners that they're from different fields, from different businesses. And today, this community has already have a 2,100 plus entrepreneurs around the world from different fields: agro, IT, the financing, the lawyers, the виробництво, productions, any type, the e-commerce, AI, AI web developers, the many logistic as important things for now. Many different fields and sectors of the business they're covering, and this was, for me, it was not. I mean, like when I relocated here, so I understand that I don't have the people is around me the same strong like in Odessa. And as soon as I've been like very good with a good relationship with the founders, they offered to me, how about you gonna open up the chapter there? So, and open up the kind of this is the franchise franchise. So
Franchise.
and yeah, franchise that. So we make agreement, and they started doing this here, and was for me, this is what I like. And tomorrow actually I have a open network event in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So just so it's gonna be like to 40, 50 people.
Mm-hmm. So Alex, quick question. So basically the you're saying that the board has now over 2,000 entrepreneurs, right? That are part of this organization. And
Yeah.
is there like is it a membership organization? Do you guys have to pay anything to be part of it? And also those businesses are mostly those that are related to Ukraine, or they're just Ukrainians who do business anywhere in the world? How is that also, how is that part of the board strategy?
So we organize the businessmen with the Ukrainian roots. So the mostly this is Ukrainian people from, it's starting from Ukraine. Then this happens so that the work happens, the entrepreneurs could go, the business start to relocate it to Europe a bit, then it's go to another country, same as like the United States, in Canada also some of the entrepreneurs are there as well. So, and we get this idea so to unite the entrepreneurs even abroad the country as well. So, and most of us have any connection, some connections anywhere with the Ukraine. So we still have a family, we still have maybe back offices. There's a lot of there as well. So somebody do the video product, you can open up and you can build up. So the summer marketing, any marketing, you can order it from Ukraine. The people working very good, and they are cost a little less than American, for example. So then you can then ready to work for American market as well. So and we have a lot of like a connection with this, and in the past, believe that the people they still in Ukraine they have a lot of production, so still doing any production there, and they're looking for the market now here on Europe and there. And on Sunday, one of ours, the members is coming, and they're gonna stay in New York for the exhibits, yeah, the shows, the выставка.
Yeah.
They will do exhibits of the 7 Ukrainian brands from February 2nd till February 4th near the Hudson Yard, some facility there, and we go as a board, as a community here. We go to meet with them. They're also the part of the board, but from Valencia. But they also like Ukrainians, and they have Ukrainian brands. 7. They represent the 7 Ukrainian brands. They for the home decor, the like craft stuff, like for the home decor, and we're gonna meet them. We have like some conversation, so we build up the meeting with them.
Networking events.
Yeah. Some networking events with them. Yeah, will be.
And so the board, so the board, because they have so many people, do they meet? Do they have like a get together somewhere, not just a small group, but as a board internationally? Do you have like a convention or something like this that you bring?
Yes. Yeah, so we have a lot of projects. So as soon as we have from different fields, so we have like from different areas of business, we have the club organizing by members, for example, inside of the community, but it's like a Telegram chat, and this is one of the mentor or leader of this field is running that chat, and so the people who is on this field, they unite there, they're sharing the experience and some ideas, and they have sometimes there's some Zoom sessions. If you see our schedule, so we have like 2 Zooms per day from different types of the like board communication club, board AI club, board agro club, some the board like health and mental club. So we're also thinking about the health things and stuff like this. So different type of the things when you can improve yourself, we can share your experience, or if you need it, you can take some knowledge from the Zoom session. So it's we have like our application as well. So and all the information's about the members and then this application. You can, and this is we have like infrastructure. This is not just like and this is consistently growing community. We have so we have like also the board angle, we call like this. This is a system who's help the members to communicate with each other. And if you have any questions for your business, you can ask her, and she help you to make it happen. She connect you with the people who can help you and вирішити свою проблему для вирішення свого
problems, then they're assisting you with
helping to
solve the problem that you may have with your business and connect people who are in the same area or the same field of business. That's really
so inside in our community, we also doing different type of conferences and meeting. It's different type of events. So one of the first, for example, we call this like a friendly board or зустріч знайомства, board знайомства, коли when we inviting the new participants or who would like to be a member of our community entrepreneurs, and we have like it's between like a 15 up to 20 people. We sit in a circle. We make a each of us make some represent yourself, represent your company, and asking you робить свій бізнес-запит. Так? Як це сказати?
The request, you can like business request.
Yeah, and open your business request. After they hold the everyone is represent themselves. So we як сказати, проголосувати за business case.
Yeah, we vote for
we vote for one business case, and then make a brainstorm for this business case to help the person
to help with the business, to bring
to help with the business. So this is we show how this is works. It's kind of like a peer-to-peer conversation. So this is one of the format of the event. The other one, it is when we are only for the hours member of the community, just збираємось, як сказати.
We gather
together. So and usually for 2 hours we already like open up like 2 cases and help for the 2 person at least for this, and other different type of the events as well. A company visit when we go to the business or who have a business, the member of our community, and he is shared how he built up the business and how he grow. For example, one of our member, he has the beauty salon, so we come in for his beauty salon, and he show his the perfect ladies who make some different type of treatments for the clients, and they share the history, how he built up, how he's opened it. I really leave the feedback for him, and he gave us some like a small presents, some discounts cards for the next coming sessions. And this is the one. The other one guy, he has a school of captains for those people who would like to ride the yachts. So this is you can learn online the theory, and then you go and make a go and practice with a big boats, like how how to do this. And here you can get the driving lessons for the operating the boats. Plus, one of the guys.
It's a very diverse community, right? So it's a lot of different types of businesses, and that's great that you know, together we're kind of building businesses of your partners and members of this organization.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and no, this is what the board is doing, and we have in Ukraine we have a different businesses. Somebody has like an agro business. They have the really big guys who are doing like agro holdings, and operating like with many like things. They produce the things, and then exporting as well. And somebody did it like an e-commerce. One of the ladies who's a part of our community, they built up so many for the kids. They draw made up the dresses for the kids. And if you know that Antoshka, one of the biggest network in Ukraine, so she's been doing like up to 70% for the
like a design.
Design for the kids, for the clothes. And she's been like covering like almost like 70% of the whole what happens in this Antoshka. So it's $1,000 of the revenue. So
it's quite exciting. This is a great, like, looks like I mean, and this is something that's so much needed right now in Ukraine, especially that the investments are either coming back or staying, or hoping. We're all hoping that people and investors and businesses will come back and will be coming back even now, but of course really hoping that more people would invest in Ukraine when the war is over. And speaking of the war, and I think this is the question that was part of the several conversations we had with Washington Post and others here in DC area with athletes who are actively supporting Russian regime, Putin's regime and war in Ukraine. And I just want to kind of hear your take on that, because we always, I mean, there's a lot of athletes are saying that, you know, we don't want to deal with the politics, but they still are, especially Russian athletes, they're still part of, you know, that machinery that is propaganda, supporting war and supporting Putin. We have Ovechkin, who is playing here in Washington, D.C., in Capitals. We've seen pictures of him with Putin, and he's praising, but I mean, he's staying kind of silent now, but in the past, he was definitely Putin supporter. What is your take on the sports and politics and sports and war, and figure skaters or hockey players, those who have expressed or didn't say anything about the war in Ukraine? What's your take? What's your view on the role of sports in this time of war and crisis?
No, you know, so it's my personal opinion, it's the sports is a sports, politic is a politic, from one side. From other side, if you don't thinking about the politics, it's not means that the politic is not gonna thinking about you. This is another side of the story. I don't know. I'm not really understand those people who's as you tell that still like supporting the Putin's regime. Mm, in my
Especially
opinion,
those people that always wonder, like, again, people, those athletes who are, again, playing outside of Russia. We understand that in Russia they might be oppressed and they have families and everything else. But people who are openly support Putin outside of Russia, again, like, well, here's, I think we put in the chat the article in Washington Post, because we as a group wanted to protest Ovechkin as a Capitals player, a hockey player, that how come we have someone who is supporting Russian aggression against Ukraine, just can do that anywhere, including here in Washington, in the US Capitol. So have you talked to people like that in your in this 3 years of war? Have you talked to figure skaters or Russian figure skaters or Russian athletes who live here and actively support Putin, or don't say anything, let's say this way? And what's your argument with them? Or did you have any argument with them?
First of all, I don't have any people in my circle who's even who's from Russia and supporting the Putin's regime. The all people here I know, they all not big fans of Putin. Not at all. Not at all. They're just like thinking and praying when this era is over, when his era is over, when his time is over. So this is just personally, I'm just trying to recognize as anyone who's no, I don't know even like so many people who's in like Russian athletes who's even they put the Ukrainian flags on their Facebook. I know a couple of them. We are like the Ukraine and Russia that in figure skating they've been like close many times. You know, they so many times they come in Odessa to training, like in the past and back to the 19th. Then the Odessa school is go to not oftenly, but most they come to like the people from Moscow, like Tarasova, like Tchaikovsky. They come to Odessa for like to make like a how you call this провести збори, да, такі тренування. Workshops, yes, to make some like workshops. They come to Odessa, and then we have like with Stalin we have a good relationship also, but this is Estonia. As I remember, but not I don't know. For those people who is like supporting the regime, they stay like mostly still stay in Russia, but not here, not abroad. In my circle, for those who's not in Russia, they born in Russia, so they still like they're not big fans of his regime at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. So I think we are close to 1:15, but just a couple of more. Actually, there's one question, and I'm now this is the time to open Q&A part. And then if you have questions, please put them in the chat. There was a question from Vasil that was there a specific skill or moment in your skating career that pushed you to the brink of frustration or self-doubt? Saying, okay, I'm gonna quit now. How did you break through that barrier, and what did it teach you about handling failure, potential failure, setbacks, again, in highly competitive environments such as sports and business? So was there a moment then you said, okay, I'm gonna quit now? And what pushed you to that part? Besides that moment when you got kicked out of the ice rink, of course.
Okay. Would you please to help me to understand this? Could you like translate maybe to Ukraine just to get me?
Я зараз перекладу. Чи був такий момент в кар'єрі, особливо ваш, коли ви на льоді, що ви Так, що ви думали, що окей, все, я піду з спорту взагалі. Чи щось вас підштовхнуло на це, ну, на такий момент, коли ви вже готові були просто піти з цього спорту?
Ну, окей, I got it.
Як ви це пережили?
Пережили, да.
Пережили і перейшли через цей момент, тому що дуже багато людей, хто підходить до цього моменту і насправді quit, так, тобто йде або зі спорту, або бо є такі моменти, які штовхають вас на таке рішення. Чи у вас такі моменти були, і якщо він був, що вам допомогло перейти через цей момент?
Okay, so when I've been like already like growing, I mean like after like 18 years old, yeah. So before the 18 years old, I used to have a couple of the frustrating momentum when one of the coaches is a leave Odessa, and to give me to another coach, and it was like really frustrating moment for me. I was thinking about it. Okay, she's gone, so it's like nobody interesting in me, so I'll be like finished. Then probably. So in this case, is the background. My parents, I guess, is a give thank you them, so that they are really like supporting me, like staying nearby. I said, okay, so maybe try, maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months, and then you'll see maybe something change. So you can all the time you can like stop if you want, you know. But the mom was a little smart, I guess, kind of like. And then okay, so to try, continue to do this what I do, and because I still like it, I still love it. You know, I've been like very, very like love the sport. Go sleep and you dream about this. It's like really part of your life. And we spend like 6 hours on the ice, and 2-3 hours beside of the side of the ice, like some like off ice training. So we could stay like up to 8 hours per day for the different types of training. Yeah, so.
And then
This is what it is, and then one time, so this is the parents is helping. When it was like, I guess I was between like 14, 15 years old, and when I already like grew up in my like 18 years and plus years old, you know, just thinking about that. Yes, frustrating momentum. It's gonna be another day. The positive mind. This was the Gary is told me, like my British coach, like he told the positive mind, thinking for looking forward. Well, that's it. It's already in the past. So you did like something happens. Okay, it's in the past. Look it forward, so you can do your best. How can you improve yourself? Do it. And this is what the point is. How he showed the positive mind. He saw like this, like positive mind, and it's still stay in my head till now.
yeah, and that's the question for the last part, because we didn't talk much about your part when you were running 100-kilometer marathon. I guess this positive mind also helps you to run the races and be an ultra runner. And 100 kilometers, that's quite a distance to run. So is that also part of this mentality that, you know, everything is possible? We'll just go with the mind, with the open and positive set of mind that, you know, this is the goal and we'll reach it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what it is. Yeah, you know, like I used to go to Olympic Games, you know, like years and years and years, and as soon as it finished, okay, and there's nothing much, but the characters is still play, and my wife is and they make a challenge. Let's go do the round, and she did the first half marathons, and then I go follow her. And that was actually her idea to running 100 kilometers. And believe it or not, she beat me. But my wife, yes.
Is she also a figure skater?
No, she's actually not athlete at all. Believe it or not, so no sports in the past. She just started running. I think she have like a good body composition for the athletes, but she's never done any sports in her past. And she did 100 kilometers for 10 hours, less than 10 hours.
Wow.
when we did this, she ran for 3rd place for the ladies.
Wow, that's
And
amazing.
she got the medal. She got the medal. Yes, it was a. We never ran before the any like 42, the full marathons. That was a big challenge for us. And I did it for 12 hours, almost for the 13 hours. So I was like 3 hours late behind of her.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yes.
Well, next
And
time
actually,
we should invite her next time to.
absolutely, you should listen. You should, because the Katerina Byron, she is a national Ukrainian recordsman. She did the record. She did a 50 kilometers босоніж.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and that вона має
She has a
certificate
title,
about
yeah?
it.
Oh.
The official result. She's in the Ukrainian record books, like Guinness book.
Mhm.
Yes, she did it. She did the 50K without shoes. How to say that?
Yeah, barefoot.
Barefoot. Yeah, she did the 50K
Amazing.
barefoot. Yeah, and I've been stayed behind on the bicycle and I recorded all these 5 hours when she ran.
Well, this is great. Congratulations to your wife, and really, it was inspiring conversation with you, Alex, today. So, I mean, I've learned so much, and this is great. I hope we can continue this dialogue
Sure.
later, and then
We
again,
appreciate
we'll bring more people who are Ukrainians who have done quite a bit in sport, in business, and please, for all of you, stay tuned. We'll have more webinars. We'll have again those dialogues with people of interest, and I think this is inspiring. And again, career from Olympic figure skater to medal trading company to the board, and now also ultra runner. Even though you're behind your wife, so congrats to your wife being in 3rd place and also a record holder. But I think this is quite inspiring and just shows that all you have to have is a positive mind, and
Yep.
mentally you need to be prepared to just overcome those struggles. And I think this is true for so many Ukrainians now in Ukraine who are fighting for their freedom. They just have to, this is in their mind that there is no other choice but to stand up to aggression and defend their country. So our hearts go to them. And I know, Alex, you have supported Ukrainian people so much, and all of you who are on this call, who continue to support. Thank you all. And we'll be in touch. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
Sure.
Also, we just posted our website. We always have updates and a lot of information there. And Alex, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Marina. Thank you, guys.
We'll
Thank
be in
you.
touch.
Yes, thank you so much. Very best luck for you for this work. What are you doing? Really, thank you for
Alex.
you guys. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And we'll see you at our next webinar.